Hello dear students, myself CMA Padmaja Buzruk. I will discuss accounting standards. Go to study note number 12, accounting standards. I will discuss illustrations of AS9. Illustration 21, X Limited has recognized rupees 10 lakh on accrual basis from dividend on units of mutual fund of the face value of 50 lakhs held by it as at the end of financial year 31st March 13. The dividend on mutual fund were declared at 20% on 15th July 13. The dividends were proposed on 10th April 13 by the declaring company whether the treatment is as per the relevant accounting standard. X Limited recognized 10 lakhs as revenue, that is income from dividend on accrual basis, because it was having 50 lakhs as mutual fund. 20% of 50 lakhs is 10 lakhs. It recognized it for the year ended 31st March 13, but the declaring company declared it on 15th July and the dividends were proposed on 10th April. So before proposal of dividend, before declaration of dividend, the company has recognized it as revenue, which is not as per AS9. As per AS9, dividend from investment in shares are not recognized in the statement of profit and loss until a right to receive payment is established. In the present case, the dividend was proposed on 10th April 2013, but the scheme was declared on 15th July 2013. Thus, it is quite clear that right to receive payment is established on 15th July 2013. So, income from dividend on units of mutual fund must be recognized by X Limited for the year ended on 31st March 2014. It has recognized it on 31st March 2013, which is not as per AS9. It may be mentioned here that the recognition of rupees 10 lakhs under accrual basis in the year 1213 is not as per AS9. Now we'll go to next illustration, illustration 22. Arjun Limited sold farm equipment through its dealer. One of the condition at the time of sale is payment of consideration in 14 days, and in the event of delay, interest is chargeable at 15% per annum. Consideration should be paid within 14 days. If there is delay, if it is paid after 14 days, interest is chargeable at 15% per annum. Company has not realized interest from the dealers in the past. So in the past, company has not received any interest on delayed payment. However, for the year ended 31st March 13, it wants to recognize interest due on balances due from the dealers. The account is ascertained at 9 lakhs. Decide whether the income by way of interest from dealers is eligible for recognition as per AS9. It is not eligible for recognition as per AS9 because in the past they have not received any interest, so there is no certainty of receipt of interest. As per AS9, revenue recognition is postponed to the extent of uncertainty involved. It may be appropriate to recognize the revenue only when it is reasonably certain that the ultimate collection will be made. However, in the present case, it has been found that the company did not realize the amount of interest in the past for delayed payment made by dealers. Thus, interest can be recognized only when the ultimate collection is made or taken. Hence, in the present case, interest income is not to be considered as revenue. Now we'll go to illustration 23rd. Y Company Limited used certain resources of X Limited. In return, X Limited received 10 lakhs and 15 lakhs as interest and royalty respectively from Y Limited during the year 1230. So 10 lakhs were received on account of interest and 15 lakhs were received on account of royalties. How it is to be recognized? As per AS9, revenue arising from interest, royalty and dividend should only be recognized when there is no significant uncertainty regarding their measurability and collectability. These revenues are recognized on the following basis: interest on time proportion basis, taking into account outstanding and rate applicable; royalties on accrual basis in accordance with the terms of relevant agreement. Next illustration. Illustration 24. Advise B Limited about the treatment of following in the final statement of accounts for the year ended 31st March 13. As a result of recently announced price revision granted by the Government of India with effect from 1st July 12, the company stands to receive 5,20,000 from its customers in respect of sales made in 12/30. Government has increased the prices, and because of that company is supposed to receive 5,20,000 from customers for the sales made in the year 12/30, whether it is to be recognized as revenue. So if there is certainty about its ultimate collection, then and then only it is to be recognized as revenue, otherwise it will be postponed. The accounts are prepared for the year ended 31st March 13. According to AS 9, if the ability to assess the ultimate collection with reasonable certainty is lacking at the time of raising any claim, for example, for escalation of price, etc., revenue recognition is postponed to the extent of uncertainty involved. In such cases, it may be appropriate to recognize revenue only when it is reasonably certain that ultimate collection will be made. Thus, if there is no uncertainty as to the ultimate collection of 5,20,000, it should be recognized as revenue and it may be treated accordingly in the financial statements for the year ended 31st March 30. So if there is no uncertainty, it is to be recognized as revenue. If there is uncertainty about its collection, it is to be postponed. Illustration 25. Advise P Limited about the treatment of the following in final statement of accounts for the year ended 31st March 13. A claim lodged with Railways in March 10 for loss of goods of rupees 2 lakhs had been passed for payment in March 13 for 1,50,000. No entry was passed in the books of the company when claim was lodged. With the Railways, company has lodged claim in the year March 10 and the claim was for 2 lakhs. It is for loss of goods in the railways, which was passed in payment in March 13. March 13, railway have passed the claim for 1,50,000. But when the claim was lodged in the year 2010, no entry was passed. So this is as per AS 9. Now, as there is certainty of receiving 1,50,000 from the railways, it has passed it for payment. Then in this year, it is to be recognized as revenue. Whatever company has done that they have not recognized in 2010, it is as per AS 9. It becomes clear from the above statement that accounts were prepared for the year ended 31st March 13. The problem states that there was a loss amounting to 2 lakhs in 2009-10, which was lodged in March 10 with the railways. The problem further states that when the claim was lodged, no entry was passed in the books of account. This corroborates AS 9, that is, this is as per AS 9. And it says revenue recognition is postponed if there is any uncertainty regarding its ultimate collection. Only lodging of claim does not mean that certainly you will be getting the money. But rupees 1,50,000 was settled for payment against the claim of 2 lakh in March 2013. Needless to say that the revenue is recognized in financial statement prepared for the year ended 31st March 13 as it was passed for payment. Now we'll go to illustration 26. How would you deal with the following in the annual accounts of a company for the year ended 31st March 13? The board of directors decided on 31st March 13 to increase the sale price of certain items retrospectively from 1/1/13. Board of directors decided to increase the price of goods retrospectively, that is whatever they have sold from 1st of Jan 13, it is applicable to those also. In view of this price revision with effect from 1st Jan 13, the company has to receive 15 lakh from its customers in respect of sale made from 1/1/13 to 31st March 13, and the accountant cannot make up his mind whether to include 15 lakhs in the sale of 12/13. If he is certain about its receipt realization, then and then only it is to be recognized as revenue. If there is uncertainty about ultimate collection, then it is to be postponed. As per AS9, revenue should be recognized only when there is no uncertainty about its ultimate collection. If any uncertainty regarding ultimate collection exists, revenue recognition is postponed. As such, whether the said rupees 15 lakhs will be treated as recognized depends on its nature of certainty. If no uncertainty exists, the same should be recognized as revenue, and in the opposite case, it should be postponed. Now we'll see illustration 27. TVS Limited has made a transit insurance policy. Suddenly, in the year 1213, the percentage of accident has gone up to 7% and company wants to recognize insurance claim as revenue in 1213 in accordance with relevant accounting standard. Do you agree? Company has taken transit insurance policy, percentage of accident has gone up. That is the reason why they want to recognize insurance claim. Unless and until you lodge claim with insurance company and the claim gets accepted by insurance company, you cannot recognize it as revenue. As per AS9, where the ability to assess the ultimate collection with reasonable certainty is lacking at the time of raising any claim, revenue recognition is postponed to the extent of uncertainty involved. In such cases, it may be appropriate to recognize revenue only when it is reasonably certain that the ultimate collection will be made. Where there are no uncertainty as to ultimate collection, revenue is recognized at the time of sale or rendering services. Moreover, consideration receivable should be reasonably be determinable. Revenue recognition is postponed if not determinable within a reasonable limit. Thus, in this case, since there are uncertainties, recognition of revenue should be postponed by the company. Now we'll go to illustration 28. Bottom Limited entered into sale deed for its immovable property before the end of the year, but registration was done with registrar subsequent to balance sheet date. Sale deed of immovable property was made before year end, but registration of the same was done subsequently, that is after balance sheet date. But before finalization of accounts, is it possible to recognize the sale and the gain in the balance sheet? Give your views with reasons. Sale deed was already made before the year end. We'll assume that this is the sale of immovable property. So immovable property will be considered as goods in case of estate agent. So we'll assume that it is a case of estate agent. So as it was done before the year end, it can be recognized as revenue as per AS9. As per AS9, revenue recognition, a key criteria for determining when to recognize revenue from transaction involving sale of goods is that seller has transferred the property in goods to the buyer for consideration. Revenue is recognized at the time of transfer of significant risk and rewards of ownership to the buyer. In the present case, sale of immovable property with a gain on such sale should be recognized at the balance sheet date, although registration for such sale had been done subsequent to the balance sheet date. It may be mentioned here that registration cannot bring any uncertainty as it was nothing but a technical matter. Now we'll see illustration 29. SCL Limited sells agriculture product to dealer. One of the condition of sale is that interest is payable at the rate of 2% per month on delayed payment. Percentage of interest recovery is only 10% on such overdue outstanding due to various reasons. During the year 12-13, the company wants to recognize interest receivable. Do you agree? No, because interest recovery is only 10%. So there is no absolute certainty about receipt or recovery of interest. So it is not to be recognized as revenue as per AS9. As per AS9, revenue recognition, interest, royalty, dividend should be recognized as revenue only when there will not be any uncertainty regarding ultimate collection. It may be appropriate to recognize revenue only when it is reasonably certain that the ultimate collection will be made. In the present case, however, SCL Limited cannot recognize the entire amount of interest as revenue. Recovery of interest at 10% on outstanding balance is merely estimated, which is uncertain to ultimate collection. In this particular video, we have seen various illustrations of AS9. Thank you.